Hi guys, this is Sadik from Dwebin.com, and in this video, we'll show you how to fix the issue wherein a Xiaomi Poco or a Redmi phone is stuck on the boot logo. It could be the Poco boot logo for Poco phones or the MI logo for the Xiaomi phones and so on. So I was trying to resize a few partition and then flash a custom ROM, but it's all currently messed up as you could see from here, and my phone is stuck on the Poco logo and is not able to move ahead or boot to the OS. So in this regard, there are quite a few fixes depending on whether your phone bootloader is logged or unlogged. If it's unlogged, it's quite well and good and the job will be very easy. On the other hand, if the bootloader is currently logged, then you might have to take the help of a few workaround which may or may not work. So with that said, there is a high risk of the data being lost in most of the fixes. So keep this point in mind, and with that said, first off I will show you those fixes which will work across both the cases, that is the bootloader logged and unlogged as well. It should work across both the cases. So with that in mind, your first course of action is to boot your phone to fast boot mode. So from the Poco screen, you will have to press and hold the power down and the volume keys for around 8 to 10 seconds. So do so until you see the fast boot screen on your PC, on your phone. So keep on holding both this key and you will feel a vibration and see the fast boot screen on your phone. Once that happens, you may let go of the buttons, and with this we are now in the fast boot mode. Now before moving any ahead, please make sure to install the fast boot drivers on your PC. So I have made a separate guide and a video on the same. You could refer to my guide and the video and install the fast boot drivers. To verify if the fast boot drivers have been installed or not, you may right click on the device manager and select right click on the Windows icon and choose the device manager. Then expand the Android phone section. If your phone is being shown under the Android phone section as Android bootloader interface, then this signifies that the drivers have been installed. On the other hand, your phone will then be shown under the other section, and in the other section this signify that the drivers have not been installed. So in that case, you will have to install the fast boot drivers on your PC. So let me show you that as well. I have made a separate guide and a video. You could simply check out my guide and install the fast boot drivers. It will take only a couple of minutes at the very max. So go to this guide, and if the drivers are not there, your phone will be shown under the other device section. So you may check out my video and the guide and install the drivers. Once you have installed the drivers and your phone is being shown as under the Android bootloader interface, well and good. Let's now get started. So first off, these are the fixes which are applicable across both the logged and the unlocked bootloader, and this will not lead to any data wipe. So let's carry out this task. So first and foremost, download and extract the Android SDK platform tools. So get it from my guide and extract them onto your PC. You may extract them anywhere you want. In my case, I've done the extraction in C drive, and these are the files of platform tools. Once you've done the extraction, your next course of action is to type in CMD in the address bar of platform tools and hit enter. This will launch command prompt inside platform tools. Now type in fastboot devices and make sure that you are getting an ID. This signifies that your PC is able to read the phone in fastboot mode, and we are now good to go ahead. So first off, let's try booting our phone to the stock recovery. So type in fastboot reboot recovery and hit enter, and your phone will now reboot into the stock recovery or the custom recovery which is currently installed onto your phone. In my case, I have the stock recovery. So let's just wait and see if our phone boots to the stock recovery or not. And as you can see, it's the stock recovery. So your first course of action is to simply tap on reboot, and the touch might not work over here. So simply use the volume key and the power key to select reboot, and again select reboot to system, and check this time around if your phone is able to boot to the OS or not. If there is nothing wrong with the system partition, then your phone should boot to the OS. However, if you have messed up the system partition, as was the case in my case, as you could see, it's currently all messed up, then you will not be able to boot to the OS. And you could see my phone cannot boot to the OS. So once again, let's boot our phone to the fast boot mode. So press and hold the power and the volume down keys for around 8 to 10 seconds, and your phone will now reboot to the fast boot mode. Let's just wait for that to happen. And it's in the fast boot mode. Now once again, type in fastboot reboot recovery, and our phone will now reboot to the stock recovery. In my case, I am quite sure that the stock recovery workaround will not work because the system partition has been messed up in my case, but that might not be the case with you. So that is why I am first sharing the basic workaround. If those does not work, then we will move ahead with the advanced fixes. So your next course of action is to select the safe mode. So use the volume keys to highlight the safe mode option and press the power key to confirm. Your phone will now boot into the safe mode. This will turn off and disable all the third-party apps, and your phone will boot to the OS with just the system apps. So if the culprit was any third-party app, then your phone should now boot to the OS. Once that happens, you may then remove or uninstall those third-party apps from your phone, and then your phone will once again boot to the OS in the normal mode without any issues. But in my case, my phone is still stuck in the Poco screen. So this means that the third-party apps are not to be blamed. But if in your case, if it was a third-party app, then the safe mode should get the job done. But if still you are facing this issue, then once again, let's boot our phone to the fast boot mode via the same volume down and the power keys. So let's keep it pressed for around 10 seconds, and our phone will now reboot into the fast boot mode. And let's just wait, and it's now in the fast boot mode. So we will now start with the advanced fixes. In this regard, your first course of action is to do a format data. This will wipe off all the data from your phone. So make sure you have taken a backup beforehand. So type in fastboot space -w and hit enter, and it will remove all the data from your phone. You may also do a format data by going to the stock recovery, and from the stock recovery you may choose the wipe data option and get the job done. With that said, you could see the formatting is now complete, and let's now try and boot to the OS. So type in fastboot reboot and hit enter, and let's see if our phone boots to the OS or not. So if there is something wrong with the data partition, so with the command of fastboot space -w, the data partition should now be rectified and should be now be working well and good, because all the corrupt data has been removed. But if your phone is still not booting to the OS, then this signifies that there was nothing wrong as such with the data partition, and now we will have to move ahead with the next fix. Always give around 15 to 20 seconds or even more, around 30 seconds time frame between two fixes, because the first boot up will take up some time. So even after 30 seconds the phone is not able to boot to the OS, then you may move ahead with the next fix. In my case, I am already aware of the issue that the system partition has been corrupted, so I am sure that these fixes will not work. But in your case, please, after trying out any fix, give around 30 seconds, wait for that time frame, and even if that does not work, let's now move ahead with the next fix. So again, let's boot your phone to the fast boot mode. Press and hold the power and volume down keys for around 10 seconds, and then your phone will boot to the fast boot mode. Once that happens, let's move ahead with the next step. So with this, we are inside the fast boot mode, and now we are doing with the last fix. This fix requires an unlock bootloader. So if your bootloader is currently locked, you will not be able to unlock it, because you will not be able to enable the OEM unlock toggle as of now. Since you cannot enable the OEM unlock toggle from fast boot mode, you will not be able to unlock the bootloader on your phone, and this fix will not work for you. On the other hand, if the bootloader is already unlocked, then let's get ahead and carry out this fix. Again, this fix will also wipe off all the data from your phone. So make sure you have taken a backup beforehand. If that's well and good, you may now download the Mi Flash tool from here and extract them onto your PC. So let me show you the Flash tool extraction. This is the Mi Flash tool files. As you can see from here, now launch the Mi Flash tool from here and click on yes and keep it minimized. Now you will have to download the firmware for your phone. So make sure to download the fastboot ROM, and it should be of the same firmware version or the higher version. Please don't download the lower firmware version, because the anti-rollback is not allowed in Xiaomi phones. So please don't download the lower firmware version. Always download the same or the higher version. In my case, I have got the firmware. You may download the firmware from the official site or a third-party site such as Xiaomi Firmware Updater. And with regards to the downloading of the firmware, this is the naming scheme of the Xiaomi firmware. Let me show you. I might be having a Xiaomi firmware. So over here, as you could see, you have to keep a note of this. It's the 1070 is the version number. Then U stands for Android, which is the Android U is for Android 14 upside down cake. Then you have the MR. MR is the device code, which is Poco F5 in my case. Then the IN is the region, which is India, and XM is the firmware code for which is same for all the Xiaomi phones. So you will have to keep a note of the region, which is IN. It could be IN for India, EU for Europe, CN for China, and MI for global. Apart from that, the OS version should be same or the higher. If you are not sure, then download the latest build. then the Mi Flash tool will automatically perform a check, and if the build is an older one, then it will not flash the firmware and will tell you that it's going an anti-rollback, and it will not flash the firmware, and your phone will stay in a safe manner. So you will then have to check for a newer build of the firmware, and if you're sure of the latest firmware, then let's proceed ahead. So with that said, once you have got the firmware will be in a .tgz format. Okay, one more thing, please download the fastboot ROM and not the recovery ROM. And once you have got the fastboot ROM, it will be in a .tgz format. So extract it using the 7-zip software. Once you have got the 7-zip, right click on the tgz file and select show more option. Then use 7-zip and extract it. Upon extraction, you will get a .tar file. Again, extract that tar file using the 7-zip, and then you will get this folder, and inside this folder you will get all these files. Likewise, you will also get an images folder where all the partition files are there. Once you have done the extraction of the fastboot ROM, let's proceed ahead with the next step. Now launch the Mi Flash tool, and first and foremost, click on the select button, and from here choose the directory where you have extracted the firmware file. In my case, it's the Marble, and make sure to choose the folder which is just above the images folder. In my case, this is the images folder. So this is the folder which is just above the images folder, and click on OK, and we have loaded the firmware. Now hit the refresh button, and your phone should not be shown here. As you could see, this signifies that your PC is able to read the phone. Likewise, the Mi Flash tool could also read the phone in the fastboot mode. Finally comes the most important part. Now at the bottom right, choose clean all. So you have three options: clean all, save user data, and clean all and lock. The first option will simply wipe off all the data from your phone, but it will leave the bootloader unlocked. On the other hand, the save user data will save the data and leave the bootloader unlocked as well. Whereas the third option will wipe off all the data and lock the bootloader. So please never ever choose the third option, because it will end up locking the bootloader, and if something is wrong during the flashing process, you will not be able to recover or unbreak your phone because the bootloader would have been locked. It's always recommended to choose the first option. Second one is also not recommended, because in case the data partition has been gotten corrupted, then there is no point in saving the data. The first is the safest approach. If something goes wrong during the flashing, not an issue, because the bootloader will still remain unlocked. We could once again try the flashing process. Likewise, if something is wrong with the data partition, it's again not an issue, because all the data will be wiped. So always choose the first option, and once everything has been done, hit the flash button, and the tool will not check the firmware. If something is wrong with the firmware, if the anti-rollback is there, it will warn you here itself. If everything is working well and good, the flashing will now start, and it could take up to around 300 to 400 seconds, or even more in some cases. So let's just wait for the flashing to complete. So guys, as you could see, we have now got the success message. The entire flashing took around 462 seconds, which is quite a lengthy time, but at least we have got our phone back. Do keep in mind that the first boot up will take up some time, and as you could see, even though my phone is on the Poco logo, but it will boot up now. The first boot up could take up to even a minute, so please give it some time. And as you could see, it's now booted. So with this, we have got our phone back. Although the data loss has taken place, but at least we could now use our phone without any issues. And let me just show you, the phone will now boot to the OS as well. So just to recall the few workaround that we have used, first and foremost, we have to boot our phone to the fastboot mode using the power and the volume down key. From there, you may use the fastboot reboot recovery command to boot to the stock recovery, and from there you may simply tap on reboot and check if the issue is rectified or not. If it does not get rectified, then again boot to the stock recovery, and this time choose safe mode option and then verify the result. If you are still facing the issue, then this time boot to the fastboot mode and do a format data, and then check out the result. You may also do a format data from the stock recovery as well. Finally, if nothing works out, then you will have to flash the fastboot ROM using the Mi Flash tool as I have just shown you. And please make sure to choose the clean all option, and only then start with the flashing. And as you could see, my phone has booted to the OS. Let me simply boot it to the home screen as well, and then I will end this video. With that said, if you have any queries with regard to any of the steps shown in this video, you may reach out to me in the comment section, and then I will advise you and help you out. So just give me a second, and I will skip all these stuffs and take you to the OS and show you that my phone is now up and running without any issues. It's the latest HyperOS, but the steps are applicable across both the HyperOS and MIUI as well. The steps should work across all the Xiaomi Poco and Redmi phone, and across all the versions of HyperOS, as well as all the versions of MIUI and all the Android versions as well. You just need a Mi Flash tool and your task can complete. I will also link this guide in the description. You may refer to this guide and get the job done. So guys, on that note, I round up this video. If you have any queries with regard to any of the steps, do let me know in the comment section. And thanks a lot for watching.